Yes, dragons do exist, and just like the elemental beings, they have specific energies, and we can connect to these energies and work with them. So in this video we are going to learn what Dragon Magic is, how to practice Dragon Magic, who are the dragons, what can we achieve by working with them, and I'm also going to tell you my personal experience in 2 times in my life which I needed this help. Let's see. What is Dragon Magic? Dragon Magic is all the kinds of magic and witchcraft which are practiced with the help, with the aid of the dragons, or alongside with them. So how do we practice these? Who are these dragons? Dragons are beings from other dimension. So as I said in the beginning, similarly to the elementals, they have energies we can connect with and we can work with. But differently from the elementals, the dragon's energies are much more dense and stronger. And as they are from another dimension, they are unnatural here. It's not like we are seeing and interacting with these energies all the time. So it requires a bit of preparation for working with them, differently from the elementals, which are totally natural, and I always suggest for people who are starting to start working with them. When you work with the Dragon Magic, we are awakening a hidden power inside us and aligning this power with the dragon's power. So all the things we are going to create, to achieve, to change, it's going to be very intense and sometimes not in a very easy way. I'm going to tell you my experience and you are going to understand this. But just be aware that things will be achieved, will be changed. Qualities for working with Dragon Magic. Dragons are independent, strong, and fearless beings. So to work with this kind of energy, you also have to show some qualities that match these ones. So you have to be strong, you have to have honor, you have to be respectful, and you have to be honest. When you have these 4 qualities, you are ready to start working with them because they value these qualities. So it's like you show them, I have these you need, so we can work together. And then you are going to receive a call. Similarly to what I explained in the video 3 steps for being a witch, in which I mentioned the goddess calling, working with Dragon Magic, you also have to receive a call. And this call can also be in forms of symbols, dreams, signs, any other thing. So when you notice like dragons are calling you or dragons are trying to contact you, you choose to accept or not. I always liked dragons, I always drew some dragons, I always had dragons around me, but nothing passed beyond it. It was just it. And then one day I received this call through a dream. And in this dream, the dragons explained me all the steps I had to do to establish, let's say like this, to establish this connection and start practicing Dragon Magic. The important thing is that don't try to contact dragons or to align with the energies to use them and then to discard, like do what I want and go away, disappear. No, it won't work. So how to practice Dragon Magic? As I just mentioned, I received my calling through a dream, and they explained me 4 steps in that dream to start practicing. The first one was, you must know that dragons are always ready to establish and to create friendship links, and you also have to be available for creating these links. The second one was, to create these friendship links, you just have to accept them as being friends, as being guides. After you accept, everything flows naturally. The third step was to create and use symbols and images that could strengthen this link. So by drawing dragons, having dragons around your home, having amulets or symbols reminding you that dragons are around. And the fourth step was to create a space inside your house for the dragons, like an altar, dedicated exclusively to them. So I followed the steps, and by that moment I was passing through a very hard moment in Rio de Janeiro, really hard. And then I thought I'm going to try my first Dragon Magic by asking to change the situation, to get out of this hole, this mess, And it was not a mess I created, believe me, it was a real mess from the neighborhood, from the city, from everything. But anyway, I decided to try, and I decided to start practicing Dragon Magic for this specific goal. And things worked. Not nicely, but worked. And when I started, from when I finished and I saw I achieved my result, I am in a much better position now, in a much better place, situation, everything. But when I look back and saw everything I passed from the moment I decided to start working with dragons and the moment I reached the goal, it was not easy. Really, it was not easy. But at least I had their support, so I could go. I could face all that trouble. I could face all those mistakes. I could face all those people at the same time. So what I'm trying to say, it is very intense. You must really be prepared for this, because it's not going to be easy. They won't do things for you. They will show you the things you have to do and help you. But it's like, go. We are watching you, we are observing you, and simply go. I believe that if we fail, they can help to avoid this failure. But I really don't know. I didn't fail, but it was hard. The second time I used Dragon Magic was about a business venture, and in this moment it was around 2019. I received an offer to expand my business, and it was like a perfect offer, a perfect partnership, and I was very interested into accepting, so I could expand, I could work less, earn more, that dream we all have. But then something was not quite right. Then I decided to play the tarot, and the tarot told me it was not right. It was not going to be successful. I had a lot of bad cards and bankrupt and failures and many things, not good things. But then I decided to ask help for the dragons, because in fact I was already accepting the offer. I had already given the first steps into accepting. So it was not so easy to say, oh, I changed my mind and let's forget it. No. So I asked the help of dragons. I did the spell for changes again. I made the offerings to them. For that night I did, and for the following weeks, I think it was only 2 or 3 weeks, it was something really bad, it was something really intense, but it made me really see that this was a bad offering. It was not going to help me. On the other hand, it was going to provoke my totally bankrupt. And then the things that happened, all the riots, all the problems that appeared made me break, not the person's face, made me break the situation naturally. And then I've simply said, no, I think it's better not to do this anymore, let's forget this. And everything was solved. Difficult, but it was. Tiamat, the goddess dragon of creation and chaos. If you want to start walking your dragon path, another way to start it is by connecting to Tiamat, the dragon goddess. Tiamat is from Babylonian region, and she is described as a dragon and a goddess who created many things of our world, if not the entire world. And Tiamat, as we can say, is also considered the goddess of chaos, because as it's clear by now, the order really comes from chaos. A chaotic situation or many chaotic problems that are going to emerge, and suddenly everything is in order. So if you want to start this and you don't know where to, or you didn't receive the call yet and you start working, preparing the path, Tiamat is a good option. The Dragon Tarot deck. In 2018, this beautiful deck was released, the Dragon Tarot deck. It contains a normal tarot, but it's illustrated after dragons. So all the major arcanas or the minor arcanas, they are inspired by dragons. I highly recommend, if you like tarot decks and if you like dragons, it's a good tool for you to get closer to them too. Types of offerings for dragons. As a good friend, it's always good to offer a gift sometimes. And this gift can be offered to dragons too. We always offer 3 red candles. They told in that dream to offer 3. I don't know if they can ask you another thing, but I suggest, if they don't ask anything specifically, 3 red candles each time you offer something. And every time you light these candles, you thank for their help, and you also offer the flames as a source of energy. And a good place to put these candles is in the altar you created specifically for the dragons. And if you want to enhance this work, you can also use the moon phases. Although Dragon Magick has no link to the moon phases, just for you to be organized, you can work like this. For example, during the new moon, you can light these 3 candles in the altar, in the dragon altar, and offer them, thanking for the new ideas you have, the new projects you are getting into, or the new ideas you had last month and the new projects you entered last month. In the waxing moon, you do the same, but you thank and ask for the projects which are growing and taking shape, or the ones that took shape last month. During the full moon, you thank and you ask for the completion of your projects, the accomplishments you are having, all the things you are achieving or you achieved last month. And in the waning moon, you ask for protection, for banishing the problems or for throwing the problems at your face for you to solve them. So this is the video about Dragon Magick. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned everything you wanted to learn. If you like this video, please give your thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below, share this video with your friends, use our oracles, they are free, join our Telegram to receive updates there, and that's it. Thank you so much. And if you're still here on my channel, why don't you stay a bit longer? Here you find a playlist with all the goddesses I've talked about. Here a playlist with all the magical studies I've talked about. Here join the Telegram for updates there. And here subscribe the YouTube channel to help the YouTube channel grow. Thank you so much.